All right. So, what's the agenda today? What are we going to start today is lists. Okay. So, list is the most important concept, I would say, if not, yeah, it's among one of the most important. Maybe hash set and not hash set, hash maps are very widely used, like the which are the dictionaries in Python. But yeah, lists are very widely used. A very important concept because the entire arrays that we will be solving is is a very important topic, which is completely like the arrays only. Is the lists only? Is the Python version of the Python list is a Python version of arrays, and but it's much more dynamic than the arrays that we define in general other languages. So let's try to understand. Now we'll so the content says first we will see why we actually needed lists or arrays. Then we'll see how to initialize lists. Then we'll see indexing in list. Then negative indexing, list methods, and iterating over lists. These are kind of like the overview, the kind of content that we will go through. We'll uh, we'll try to understand that what act- we first understood that what are generally data types, right? In our first lesson, we understood what data types are. Correct? If you recall, so what are the data types that we learned? First of all, int, float, boolean, and string. Right? These are the data types that we have learned till now. And another if you and these are the data types that we have learned. Now what is a data structure? What is actually data structure? Let's try to understand. Data structure actually it defines data structure defines a way of holding some data. How we store our data, it just defines a way, the way we hold our data. So that's what data structure is. Now let's try to understand. Let's suppose this is a container, which is like the kind of data structure. Okay, and there are various data types inside this. So this one single thing can be a data type, right? Now we would see why we are looking at this. So in Python, a list is a data type also. List is a data structure also, right? Because list is not just a data, list is actually data type for Python, but list is so dynamic. The way it actually performs, the way it actually handles data, it also works as well. It is also data structure also. Okay, is this much clear that what is list actually? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, man.
Okay. Um, Guys, all right. Now let's try to understand why actually we needed, what actually made us come to list. We had so many data types, right? Now motivation behind list, correct? One of the most widely used uh, application or the usage of data list is let's try and understand how a runs in a cricket match works. So in a cricket match, a player, let's say Rohit, has played in over 300 matches, correct? Now, if we want to store his runs for all the 300 matches, looking at the data types that we have learned till now, what is the ideal data type that you would think is best to store? What do you think? Which one would be the ideal data type to store? Guys, anyone there? Akash, Harish, anyone there? So, looking at the data types that we have learned till now, we have to because these are integer data types, right? So we will be take we'll get the runs. We will have to store each of the runs in a variable, right? Now, for 300 matches, for 300 matches, it it seems like we have to take 300 variables to store the runs, to store 300 matches runs, right? Now, now if you see for match one, our run is, let's suppose, 57. For the next run is 64. Next run for the third is 12. Let's suppose in one, just golden duck 0. Like this, we will have to use 300 variables to store various kind of runs, right? Now, 300 variables. Is it a small job to handle 300 variables to manage? And how will you manage 300 variables? How will you store? Where will you store? You have to find which on what kind of operation you will do. How will you store these many variables? It will be very difficult to manage. So if there was a way to store this runs in such a way that we can access them whenever we like, however we like, where management is less, there comes our lists. So what we will do, list, you will see in the memory block, it is kind of like this. If I have to show you, so it's like an rectangle, why rectangle? Because it depicts the memory. So it is kind of like this. So each memory block, we will store our values. So let's suppose, what was the run for the first match? 57, right? So what we will do is, here we will store 50, 57, then we will store 64, then we will store 0, then we'll store like this, we will store. And however, now each of the runs are orderly stored and we can access them however we like. Okay. So what is actually a list? How do we define list? What are lists now? So list is a ordered collection of data. What do we mean by this? So ordered means what? Here the data's order matters. If a single element or single data, if from here it moves here, that means that is an entirely new array. Sorry, that is an entirely new list. So it that one and this one will not be same. You got the meaning that what is an ordered collection of ordered. What do we mean when we say that list is an ordered collection of data? Collection means, as how we understand collection means grouping of data. Now what are data? So when we say data, data are the data types that we have learned. It can, next important point is, it can store multiple values. Multiple values. I should not say, but we can definitely say the kind of values that we use, we can say infinite. There is actually no limit. So no limit on how many values we want to store. This is a very important property of a list. Our lists are defined and we use open braces. Got this one? Square braces to we create a list. For example, so the runs is equals to 67, 54, 12, 0, 34, 77, 89, 94. So what when we said the order, what about the order when we changed? When we said that order matters, so it says what it actually means is the meaning of the data itself changes when we change the order. Even if one data is changed here and there, the entire list meaning changes. Till here, is this clear, guys? Is this
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Any confusion? Anything you want to ask? Is this clear till now?
Yeah, just I'm telling you, order correction means if we have defined a list like runs of 51, 64, 120. So even if
Ah,
one value gets changed or interchanged, then that is different list, right?
that's a different list. Yeah, correct.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So it seems like, yeah, it might look like, okay, 54 is here. The same data, if I just replace them, it looks same, but it actually is not the same. It might look same, but the entire list becomes different. So that list will be stored in a completely different memory block. How do we access values from a list? So here, what we have done, this is a list. If I run this one, this list is saved here in this A. Now, if I just run this A, I will see the list. And same thing, print A will also print the list. Now, guys, can you tell me the difference between that this A and this print A? Both are printing the list, right? Now, what's the difference? What do you feel is the difference between A and print A? So, what happens is here, because this is an environment which provides from the Google Colab, which is like it's an interactive environment which will show us the output of the variable or the value in which the data type is being stored. Got it? But if this was not an ID like this, if this was and just in Python, it was just a PyCharm, maybe you would have worked, right? Which is like a completely like a terminal kind of base. If you see any kind of terminal kind of this thing, terminals where we use Python. Let me show you. I'll show you this thing also. So I have a terminal here. You will see. Let me just make vi demo.py py. Okay. So here I am just making this. Okay, I am storing the same value 3790. Okay. Now here, if I write a just like this, and if I run this, the list should have been printed, right? What you saw, what you saw there, according to that, the list should have printed after me running this command, right? But it did not print this. So what happens is in this kind of terminal kind of setup, that will not be sufficient for us to print it. So here what we will have to do is we will have to explicitly mention that I want the A to be printed. Now if I run this, see, now you can see the line. You saw the difference, how it works?
Yes.
Hmm. All right. So similarly, this runs also I have saved here, and here now it is being stored. The array, this list has been stored in this runs variable, and if I now run, if I now run this cell, you will see the output as the entire list. Got it? Now, how do we access a value from a list? Okay, there is accessing an element from a list. The value, because we made this entire conversation based on retrieving the values, right? Retrieving the runs, right? That in variables it would have been very hard. It would have been very messy if there was thousand variables. How will you find which one to where which one will be, which one is the highest, which one is the lowest, right? You will have to do multiple iterations over and over. You have to do write them all over again, right? But how actually that helps in list? How actually is that how is that process so efficient in list? We will now try to understand. And how do we access the value from the list? Because the entire thing was based on getting the retrieving the value, right? We do it by the help of indexing. So how indexing is this? So the lists values are accessed using indexes or indices. If a plural will that indices is fine. It's not a grammar class, right? So runs, what was the array? 67, 54, 12, 0, 34, 77, 89, 105. So now if we see index, this is the zeroth index. This is the first index, second, third, fourth, fifth. So index is this. This is the position. Position, what you will say? This is the first position. This is the second position, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So the last element that you have seen here is always less than the last index is always one less than the total number of elements. You see, it's obvious, right? Because it was starting from one, but this is starting from zero. So this will, so the last element's index will always be one lesser than the total count of the of the array, right? Of the list, right? So that's the main thing that we see. Now, how do we access it? Now, how do we access if I want this value? How do I access this? So we'll access them by using their indexes. How do we write the indexes? Let's try to understand that now. So here, what we have done is, what is our what is our list name? Our list name is runs, correct? And what is the index? Index is 3. So I will just write 3. Now, if this it is a this kind of terminal, if this kind of IDE, then this will also give us the answer. But for to be in the safer side, what we will do is we'll just print run 3. Got it? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, then
So similarly, if I write runs of 6, what should I get? What would I get?
89,
89. Correct. If I write runs of 0,
67.
yeah, correct. So here I ran this one. After I ran this one, it's already saved. If I access 0 and if I access 1, let's see 67 and 54. 67 and 54, 0 and 1 is 67 and 54. Correct? Now, how do we find the how to find the count of total elements in list? How do you find the so there is a function in a list which just returns the length of the list, which is len. So if we use the len function, it will directly give us how long, what is the total number of elements present in the list. So if I run enough runs, it will give us answer as 8. Correct? This function will be extensively used, will be highly used in our in all the things that we are going to use, all the functions that we are going to write, in all the problems that we are going to solve in the future, everywhere. Okay. So what is len of x saying? It's saying it returns the length of x. X means the list. X is the list. Correct. So as we saw, let's suppose we have another array, just mark. So if I have 20, 25, 13, 4, 0, 2, 3, 5, 6. So here, what is the indexing? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this is the index, the index, last index is 8, right? What do you feel just by looking at this? What do you feel is the length of the array marks? The length of the list marks is 8 plus 1, 9, right? So this always returns the length of the list. Got it? Now, one interesting thing. If I want to access the last student's marks, what do I do? How do I write it? Return the marks gained by the last student. marks of, what should I write here? Not in terms of index, in terms of this. How can I write? We can write len of marks minus 1. Got it? Why len of minus 1? This is the eighth index. What is its total length? What would this return? The len of marks would give us 9. But marks of 9, is marks of 9 valid? Does marks of 9 exist? There is no ninth index in this array. Ninth index does not exist, right? If it does not exist, it will not return anything, correct? So because we want the last student's index, last student's marks, or the index for us to return its marks, what do? We'll just do 1 minus from the uh, length of the list. Got it? So length of the list minus 1 gives us the last index, and whatever is present in the last index, we'll get the element from that. This much clear, guys? So what I have done here is I have saved len of runs. The total length of the runs I have saved in this variable, and if I run this variable, you will see 7. Now because this runs has 7 elements, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it has, the len of run becomes 7. Now, yeah, same thing. I am doing the print statement here. So what is length of a? Oh, a is a different function. A is a different, this one. A is this one, right? So 34793 790. Its length is 4, correct? So it is storing 4 inside the length underscore a variable, and then when we print it, we will get this one. And the same thing that we have done here. So len of runs minus 1, it will give us the last index. So it is giving us the last index. Now another very important thing which Python allows us is negative indexing. So negative indexing, how it works is, negative indexing works by, so positive indexing, how it was working. Positive indexing was working something like this. 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. So positive was like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative is like minus 1 is starting from here, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. It is like reversal of positional, reversal of position, right? Here our position did not matter. Position used to shift by 1, correct? It used to negate by 1s. But here it's like this. There is no minus 0, does not exist, right? So the last one has been assigned as minus 1, then minus 1, then minus 1, like this. Minus decrementing, decrement of minus 1 has been happening. Now, as we did for the length of marks, when we tried to get this one using like this, marks of len of marks minus 1, we did not use minus 6 and all those things. We used like this, right? Now if I want to access this element, using len of marks kind of style in this format, how do I use? How do I write it? If I want to access the first element using this format,
Length of marks minus 7, right?
len of marks
Minus 7.
minus 7. That's the basic instinct that that says, right?
Yeah.
But does this look good?
Mm.
It means like, okay, from the entire thing, I am negating the entire thing again, right? But once we learn negative indexing, what can we do? We can just simply write marks of minus len of marks. Won't it do the same thing?
Mm.
Correct, no?
But like the how it will get the position that I didn't got.
So, okay, sure. So, what will len of marks return? Len of marks will return how much?
Total, it's
Nine. Nine, correct?
yeah, nine. Yeah,
Nine. It will return the nine. Okay.
yeah,
So, what will this value become? Marks of minus nine.
minus nine.
Correct. Now, if I come reverse, minus
First
1,
position will be
minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9. So I'll get the
okay.
first element, right?
Yeah,
Got it?
yeah, got it.
Yeah. All right. So I have done the same thing here. Len of runs minus 1. So here we have minus 1 also. I'm getting the same answer. And how does runs of lens of minus runs? Same thing. Minus 1 is the first element. You got it? The array was starting from 67, right? So
Hmm.
if I'm using len of len of runs, then I'm getting the first element. That is the zeroth index. Correct? Now if I have to do the sum of first and last element, what is the simplest thing that I can do? I can just do zeroth element addition plus last element addition using zero index and using the negative index. This is the best thing that I have. This is the shortest thing, right? If I have to find the sum of the first and the last element. Now, so I can write like this. So 0 is a line of a minus 1. This is also correct. This will also work. This will also work the same way. Okay. The sum. Okay, I did not write the sum. There are also 3. Got it? Now, I change this name to a little bit interesting. Aloo and paratha is same, but it's fine. Pudina also. So, what we have given in the okay, this is a question that I in the total runs or odd positions in the list. Maybe this question is for a little bit later. Let's try to look at this one. We'll come back to this one. Uh, we can no, we have not done iteration, so we'll not do this. Can we store different kind of data in a list? Can you store? Yes, we can store. List handles. List can take any kind of data inside it. Its list can store all kinds of data types, including lists, nested lists, nested loops. As we have nested lists also. List inside list. So the example that we have taken first, if it is Alu, next it is 89. This is a string. This is an int. 4.5. This is a float. This is a float. And then what we can have? We can have a simple character, but here we don't. We can have Boolean. We can have another list, 4, 5, 6. That list can also have a list, or it can also have multiple kind of data types, any kind of things. So it can take all kinds of data types. Correct? So if I just print, so So you spin the collection, see, you will get all the things. Got it? Now, list methods. You have to, I will not say kind of, but you will have to remember these things. You will have to understand this, how they work and how you have to use them in various kind of bits, like list manipulation and all those things. We will need to use this. So first, I won't say this is as a method, but yeah, it's kind of a method like the kind of functions which are used on the list. Now, first one we have used is len, correct? Len of x. So it what it gives? It finds the length of the list. In our case, x that we have written here. So that that will be given to us. Okay. Next is append. Next is append. So here, how I have described here is the function is here, and this is like the argument that you need to pass it. So inside the len function, you have to pass the list itself, so that you can get your the length of the list. But that's other than this len function, all the other functions are applied on the list. So it's like list dot append or list dot pop. So those are used like that. So these are, so that's why these are called methods. Now, and inside this, what kind of arguments you pass, that I have written here, that if I am writing the, if I'm using the append, I will be inserting, I'll be putting an element as an argument. If I'm using the insert, I'll be putting an index as an element. We'll understand what those are, how those works. I just showed you that this is how I have written them, I have depicted them. So first len is done. Next, append. So how append works? If we want to add an element to the list, one list is there. If I want to add an element at the end of the list. So let's suppose our list is a equals to 36205. So what it does, it add a new element, add a new element at the end of the list. How we will write it is, we'll write it a is the list, correct? I showed you here, right, that list dot. So a is the list, a dot append, and the element that you want to append here. Got it? So if I write a dot append 12, so what this 12 will go? This 12 will go at the end of 5, and what I if I run a, so a will show me 3, 6, 2, 0, 5, and 12. Got it till here? Append is clear? Len and append is clear, guys? Next is insert. How does insert work? If I want to insert an element in the list, so what I did, I inserted in append, I inserted an element at the end. I appended it, I added that. But I don't want that. I want the element to be inserted at a certain index inside the list. At an index that I want, that I have just thought, okay, I need this one. I want the element to be inserted at, let's suppose out of 10 elements, I want it to be inserted at the fifth index. Append will not help in that, right? It will just append at the end index. But insert helps us in inserting an element at any index that we want. So how it works is, let's suppose the array is, sorry, I am used to saying arrays in data structures, DSA. So uh, please forgive for that. Uh, so please think of arrays list in this case. Now, what are the indexes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want an element 6 to be inserted at the first index. How do I write that is, how do I write it as, I will say a dot insert. What is the format? What is the syntax? First I will write the index and then I will write the element. So what is the index that I want to insert it at it? Index is 1 and element is 6. If I write this and if I run the element, if I run the array a, it will, sorry, list, it will say 3, 1, 0, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, 3, 1, 6. What I'm saying? Sorry for blabbering something. Where did it go? Okay, here. So at the first index, 6 will enter and they will all shift. So everything has shifted once, correct? So this 0 was at 1, so it has moved to the second index. So now the index has shifted by 1. Got it till here? Any doubts, any confusions? Guys, clear?
Yes, clear then.
Okay. So what I have, I'll show you. I'll show you that. First, let me complete this. Next one is extend. Extend. So how does extend work? Understand. That is fourth, right? So what happens is, let's suppose I have a list which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to add multiple elements to this list. Of course, at the end, multiple elements directly cannot be added in a single time at some random index. So what we want? We want another array, which is, let's say C, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want this to be added at the end of this one. So I want this, in a way, I want this to be an extension of this one, right? So what we will say is, okay, you want me to extend, right? So I will say a dot extend y. If I do that, and if I run a, so it will show me that I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Y will not change, only a will change. Got it? Till here you are clear, or we can also use a plus c. It will also give us the same. This also merges or concatenate both the lists. Next is, this is also very widely used. Next is pop. I did not write that one. How is this right? A dot extend list. The format in which we, now pop. What will pop do? It removes it removes an element from the given index. Whatever index you give inside the pop's parameter as you pass, that will be removed, and if you don't give anything, it removes the last element. If no index is passed. How it works? Let's understand. So a is equals to 3, 2, 5, 4, 1. Now I write a dot pop. Simply I write a dot pop. After a dot pop, what I will get is 3, 2, 5, 4. After this, what I have done, I will do a dot pop of 1. 1 means what? This was 0, 1, 2, 3. So this one needs to be removed. So this one gets removed, and what we are left with 3, 5, 4. Got it? So it removes the element. It removes the element at index 1. Got it clear, guys? Till here? Any question? Any doubt?
Yeah. So like if we do not give index, then it will remove the last element, right?
Yeah, it will remove the last element.
Okay.
And it the and this one, guys, actually this function returns the value. So if you want to store these values now, what you can do is you can write like this, poppy equals to a dot pop. So what will this save is, what is the last element? 1. So 1 will save there. If you want to do any operations, then you can do any kind of operations that you want. So it returns. We understood returns and print very
Yeah.
properly, right? Extensively. So I
Yeah.
think it's clear that what return does. So it returns it. Similarly, this will also return. So the same thing it goes.
So
Next is,
it will have the pop value, right?
yeah, it will have the pop value. Yeah, correct. And
Means
and sim,
yeah.
yeah,
So
please.
if we consider this 32541 and do a dot pop, so it will store one, right?
No, it will not store. It will just take it out, and it will not even print also. If you just run
Return.
a equals to like this, and if you just write a dot pop na, right now nothing happens. Right now a has been taken out. The a1 is dangling now, because it is not stored anywhere, right? It is not
Yeah.
stored, so
Yeah.
nothing will be. I
No, no.
think
Below you have written the last that I'm saying. Yeah, this
which
one.
one? Yeah. So
In
yeah,
green.
after doing pop, yeah, one should this one should be returned. We'll
Yeah.
see this. So what happens here? Let's try to run this functions. So runs append 71. What will run print? Run will print 71 will be added. It's been done. We want
Yeah.
to add at a particular index. What we do at zeroth index, I want to add 25. So zeroth index, I have added 25, and everything has been moved ahead by one space.
One space.
Correct. Next is we have a variable new runs 30 what if, and we want to add this at the end of the runs list. So what will happen? I will run runs dot extend new runs, and then my runs became 30, 130. This 25 was also added, correct? Then 71 was also added. Now this 130, 69, and 92 is also added. Now, similarly, how I did that, the extend using plus, I am doing using plus. I did using extend, now I'm doing. Now let's suppose after doing pop, this is the thing. First, if I think, yeah, it's returning, right? So
Yeah.
pop is returning right now. So once after returning, if I print the, tell me, I have run this pop once, right? And
Yeah.
if I run this again, if I run this cell again, what do you think the answer I would get?
At 250, right?
What is the last element that I will get? What is the last element which will be remaining? 250 or 200 or 300?
250.
So you are saying the new array will have the 250, right?
Yeah.
Why 250 is not there?
No, no. I was saying that it last will be 250. So 250 will be printed.
Okay. You got that. Okay, correct. So 250 was not here, right?
Mm.
250. You understood, right? Why 250 is not here in this list?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ran
because
it twice. Pop.
I ran it twice because first pop took out 300. When next time ran this cell, the 250 was also taken out. And then when I am printing this, I got till 200. Now
Yeah.
I have given pop 2. If I give pop 2, that means the second index. What is second index? 67.
67.
Now if I run, I will get 67 is gone. Now three more uh, three more methods are left. Let's try to understand this. 6 or 7, I think. Is remove. So what it does is we will pass an element here. So what it will do is it removes the first occurrence, the first occurrence of a particular value from the list. And what is the particular value? The particular value is the element that we are passing here. The particular value is the element that we are passing. Let's see how it actually works. So I have a equals to 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2. If I write a dot remove 2, if I write a dot remove 2, what should be done based on the definition that I have written here? What is my resultant? If I print my a now, what should be the resultant array?
1, 2, and 2
1, 2, and 2?
means a 3 will be removed, right? First occurrence of a particular value from the list.
Then why 3 is being removed?
I okay. I'm considering the index value.
Yeah, that's what.
The
Well,
result will be 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3.
yeah, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2,
5, 2, 3, 2.
3, 2. Correct.
1, 3.
So this
Okay.
one we have to be little bit careful. Okay, that's why what I have done is in this list now I have written that where index is there, where list is there, where element is there, so that it becomes a little bit
Mhm.
easier for you to explain, understand.
Okay.
Correct.
So like all two elements or only like there is repeated two in that list, right?
No, if there was single two also, the single two would have been gone.
No, no, I'm saying that this list had a multiple two, right?
uh, uh,
So only remove two means first, yeah, you're
First
written
two.
first occurrence.
Yeah,
Only
first
first
occurrence.
occurrence will be.
Only first occurrence will be taken out. That's it.
Okay.
Done. Remove clear.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here I don't have 25. Let me do one thing. What I will do is I will dot append 25 and I am removing the 25. Oh, gone. Wait, I'll write in a new. See, the appended 25 is at the end and the previous 25 has been taken out. Got it? When I ran this one, the array was like this: 25, 45, 89, 12, 34, dot, 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 25. Correct? So when I told him that you remove the 25, whatever the first occurrence of 25, we took out, and the rest is like this. So the rest is like clear. This is okay. Remove is clear, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, count and index. So count is also similar. How many? Let me just check. Just tell you. Index. First, let's do index. So what? How we will write this as list dot index inside it element. Okay. So what it gives us? It returns. It returns the index of the first occurrence. Okay. Be careful. First occurrence of the element. So how it works is, suppose I have equals to 1 0 1 1 2 3 0 1 2, and I just tell him that, okay, x dot index of 0. 0 has how many places? Here it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. What output it will give? Looking at this,
0. I mean, 1, 1.
1. Yeah, 1. First occurrence. Whatever the index, whichever index it is sitting at the first occurrence of itself, that one index will give you. Got it? Now, the last is count. Count is also almost what, almost same only. It returns the count of the element in the list. So if I write it first occurrence, then what's the use of this one, right? There is no first occurrence for this one. Now, if I say x equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1. If I write x dot count, here I have element. Okay. So x dot count 1. How many count? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it returns 4. Clear, guys? Till here, all these methods, all these functions.
Yes.
You see, in the count, I have only 25. 25 is occurring only once. So 0 count, index of 200. Index of 200 is last minus, which is 10. Got it? All right. Okay, this I have repeated due to some mistake. Okay, so we are done till this part. Now comes the other most important. Everything is most important only. I've been using this sentence quite a lot this time because everything is important. Okay, next is membership. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, next is membership operator. How membership operator works? So it is clear by what it is saying. A membership operator checks whether an element exists in the list or not using the operator, membership operator in. Okay. So how do we check this one is? Let me just use this one for now. How we do with this one? So membership operator is saying, okay, if you just check, it is just checking whether an element. Let's suppose we want to check whether an element is present in list or not. Okay. So for that we will check, okay, if this element is in that list or not. Now this is an English sentence how we speak, but here how we write is if the element in list. Okay. Then whatever statement that you want to run, else whatever statement you want to. Clear, guys? This is clear, right? It's out there directly. So here how it happens. So if you want to check that if 9 is present in X, so X has the list. If 9 in X, then we will say just print 9 is present in X. Otherwise, that is else 9 is not present in X. So once we run that, we see 9 is present in X. If I had in terms of in place of 9, if I had written 10, we would have gotten oh error. Yeah. And it's not, oh, 9 is not present. Okay, okay, fine. You got it right. Oh, yeah, 9 is not present. Not 9. I should have, I could have just written that. Oh, this is not even variable. So it's of no use. I cannot modify. You got the idea, right? That's the whole idea how membership operator works. Now, this is the in membership operator. Okay. So, what we are actually looking upon is what we are actually making the iteration, the entire thing is we're looking at the two operands. One is the element and one is the list. That's what I just wrote it. So we'll just check if element is list. Next, what we will check is, and this is saying int x is the list. Take a number as input from user and check if that number exists in the input in the above list. How do we check it? We have to take an input and to check how it is important. Is it present in the above list in the given list? So input, we will take int input, correct? We have to typecast it because it's a number that we have to compare. These are all integers, so you have to make the comparison. Have to be among same data types. So if inp in x, if it is in x, then inp is present in the list. Else inp is not present in the list. Okay, clear, guys? Any question? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any questions, guys? All clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
So I am running. I am giving input as 12. Now 12 is present. So 12 is present in the list. Correct. Now x has 156 like this. Now what this will give? Now this is a boolean operator. Okay, this is a boolean operator. So it is just giving true or false. If statement means what? What is an if statement checks? If statement checks true or false, right? So that's what this is checking the true on what basis? Just on the basis of this operator, this in operator. So membership operator is giving us in boolean as a result. So either true or false. Is 6 present in X? Yeah, 6 is present in X, so it will give us true. Is 7 present in X? No, so it will give us false. Is 11 present? No, it will give us false. Is 20 present? Yes, so it will give us true. Okay. Now, similar how in is giving us the that it is present. Is this present? It is checking. If it is present, it will give us true. But not in is checking. Is this not present? Then it will give us true. If 6 is not present, then it will return true. but it is present, so it is given to false. It is just the reverse of it. That's it. 11 was not present, na? So 11 in X was giving us false, but this will give us true. 2 is not 2 is present, but it is saying not in X, so it is false. Okay, till here, all good and clear. No need to worry. All clear till here, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Next is iterating over a list, which we, which is the most. I myself am laughing, but saying how many times I'm saying most important. So yeah, based on iteration, everything will be on iteration from here on. Uh, so let's try to understand what how iteration is. Iteration is doing like doing something repeatedly, right? That's what iteration means. Now, what we do is how we write and how it means. Let's try to understand. So here we will have an iterator. It's not that only I can be an iterator. We can write anything. Well, let's not write key and well. Yeah, let's write well. We can write log. We can write j. We can write k. Any kind of thing which are not keywords. Let's not use keywords for iterator. Other than the normal keywords, we can use any kind of variable name. Next is a range on which we have to do the iteration. So let's suppose how what iteration is saying is I am taking I as an iterator. Now I need to have a list. I need to have a list of numbers. Not only list, I'm just saying, I'm not saying the list of Python. Just saying, let's suppose we have a bunch of numbers that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what iteration is doing, first it has to go here, 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 and it has to go here. Some kind of movement that we are trying to do is what we define as iteration. Okay. Now, what this is saying is that how we do is let's see. So I is the iterator. This is the range on which we will do the iteration, and then there is some statement what we want to which we want to execute. Okay. Now, what it is saying is for what it is saying is when I write for I in range 5. I in range 5 means what? What is the list that is being given to us? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Now, what this I does, I takes each of these values. For each iteration, I takes each of these values. And whatever instruction is been given, that instruction will get executed for each iteration. Is this clear or did I make it confusing? Did you get the idea of iterator, iteration? Is this okay? Hello guys, is this okay?
Ah, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm doing, I'm printing I only. So what happens is he's showing that for 0, okay, I am first I'm becoming I itself is becoming 0, right? Iteration means that if I'm running this kind of statement for I in range, for j in range, so in this kind of scenario, whatever range I give, I takes exactly their values for each iteration. Whatever I give, let's suppose in range, I give 10 to 15. So what is the range? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So for the first iteration, I will take place of 10, then it will become 11, then it will become 12, then it will become 13, then it will become 14. For each iteration, I will definitely become these values. But whatever instruction is being given, that instruction will be executed. That's a different scenario. If instead of I, if I give hello, how many times the I is been running? 5 times. So 5 times hello will be printed. But now what I am doing, I am printing I only. If I am printing I, So for the first time, I has become 0. So for 0 will be printed. Next, I has become 1. 1 will be printed. Then 2, then 3, then 4. So this is the output that you will get. Did you get the difference that what I becomes in each iteration and what the executionable execution statement is given? What is the statement given? That is clear. So it need not always print these values. Whatever the instructor has been given, that many times it will run. So if you see here, we'll look at the output. So for 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the output that we got. Now, if we iterate over a list, I takes the, see, this is a membership operator, right? If we are doing membership operator, then I will take each and every value of the list. Got it? Same thing happened. So this thing, the range of 5 was actually giving us a list only, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We look at it, right? When we write a range of 5 or range of any number in the output, what do we get? We get a list of numbers of the list, correct? So the same thing is being, we are writing here. We are defining the x as these values, that whatever list we want, and this iteration has been done like this. So now that's not x, it's I. Now if I want these values to be printed, the values of the list to be printed, how it prints, let's see. So first I will become 1, then I will become 5, then I will become 9, then I will become 4, then I will become 3. So for the first iteration, in the first iteration, I becomes 1. Second iteration, I becomes 5. Third iteration, I becomes 9. And what are we printing? We are printing the I. That's why 4, 5, 9, 4, 5, 9, sorry, 1, 5, 9, 4, 3 are getting printed. But let's suppose I change this. I change this from I to hello. Then now what you will say is I is becoming 1. That's okay. But what is the statement that's been given? What's the instruction that's been given? Even if I is equals to 1, you print hello. So hello will get print. Similarly, whatever I may become, you have to print hello because statement is saying, the instruction is saying you have to print hello for whatever value of I may it may be. Got it? Got the flow? How this I and how this iteration works?
Yes.
All right. Now next is print the square of each number in the list. You have to print the square of each number in the list. So I have the number. My I will take for iteration I have to do. I will become 1, 5. Now I want their numbers square. So when we are printing the number, I was just writing I. If I want to print their squares, so I will write I star 2, right? Because this is the way how we find the square, right? I cannot write I cap 2, correct? If I cannot write I cap 2, so I have to write whatever gives us the square value of them, right? So I star 2. So when I becomes 1, 1 will become 1. When I becomes 5, it will become 25. When I becomes 9, it will become 81, then 64, then 49. Got it? Okay. This is a small question. Tell me the answer for this one. Try to do this and give me the answer. Okay. So what is happening here is let's try to understand. So in my list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
Now instead of for loop, we are using while loop. So while loop, we have to give starting point, we have to give end point, and we have to give either increment or decrement, right? If I am starting from bigger to smaller, then decrement. If I'm going from small bigger to smaller, decrement, smaller to bigger, then increment.
Increment.
I have taken first. I have initialized is minus one. Now in the while loop, I have told him that while I is greater than equals to minus 5. If I is
Yeah.
greater than equals to minus 5, from minus 1 to minus 5, is it decrementing or it is incrementing?
Decrement.
Decrementing. So this is fine. Now what I'm saying, I have to print my list and end. Tell me what, which part of this one that we did not learn? Which part is confusing?
Uh, like until less than equal to minus 5, I got it that it will go reverse, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So then again, my list of I, that
Ah,
what it will like print
okay. Tell me one thing. My list of 0. What is this answer? My list of 0.
a 1.
1.
Yeah.
Similarly, my list of 1 is
A 2.
2. Correct? Now,
Yeah.
first i's value is minus 1. Correct?
Yeah.
So, at the beginning, when I equals to minus 1, so what will it print? My list of minus 1. What is my list of
Yeah.
minus 1 from this array?
5
5. Then I is decrementing. So I will become minus 2.
minus 2.
Then what I have to print? My list of minus 2.
Yeah. 4
What is it? 4. Then I list, then it will decrement again. Minus
minus
3.
3.
So same, minus 3. What is it?
3.
3. Then
Yeah.
2. Then 1. It would
1.
have printed like this. But what
Yes.
I am saying and equals to like this. So we learned this one. This is a default argument of print statement of the print function. What it does, if I did not mention this one, we would have gotten a new line after every print. But what we have done, we have removed that and we want them to be adjacent to each other. So we have
Yeah.
concatenated them like this. So the
Okay.
answer is this one. Okay. Clear now? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, this is one small assignment. Let's try to do this one. You write this, you write this array, this runs array, and you give me. Oh, okay, is it? Can we do it? Yeah, we have done this indexing.
Same.
Yeah, try this. Yeah, you can try this one. We have learned variables. Yes, you can try. So write this array and calculate the. No need to write array. Also, you can take any array you want to write. Just calculate the minimum, maximum, and the average run score. Take any array, just give me the logic of the code. How much time you want to take, you can take. Just try it. Okay. Let's try to understand the logic behind this. Okay. Now, what we have? We have runs 67, 54, 12, 34, 77, 89, 101. First of all, what is given? Uh, we'll leave this thing. We'll think of the, no, this is easier, so we'll do this later. First, we will do the maximum and minimum. Now, let's suppose these are invisible numbers, and from an invisible array, sorry, list, we have to find the maximum value. Find the maximum value among the list. Okay. If I have to find the maximum value, should I not consider a very low number as the maximum value with which I can do the comparison of these values? Do you agree with me? If I
Mm,
consider a very small value here, right? Let's suppose right now we know these are the values, right? If I do if I take zero, maximum as the zero, okay,
yeah,
then I can do the comparison of zero with this one, right? If this value is bigger than this maximum value, then the new maximum will be 67,
new,
right?
yeah,
Now
yes,
I have something to compare. I have the now maximum will be 67, right? Now
yes,
then I will do the comparison of 54 with the new maximum value. Is 54 greater than 67? No. So
no,
maximum will not get uploaded, not get updated. Then then 12. Now 12 will try to check with the maximum value. Is 12 greater than 67? No. So it will
no,
again pass. And will check 34 greater than 67? No. Again pass. 77. Okay, 77 is greater than 67. Right? So
mm,
maximum becomes 77. This 67 was overwritten. Now 77 becomes the maximum. Right? Then it will go to 89. 89 is saying, am I greater than 77? Yes, correct. So 77
yes,
will get replaced by 89. Then it will become
one,
101. 101 greater than 89. Yes. So maximum will become 101. So it's done. The array is done. The list is done. Iterating. So what is our maximum value? 101.
101.
So to find the maximum value, what we consider as the maximum is the least number, the lowest number possible. Lowest number
Okay,
possible, right?
yeah,
Correct. Now you look at the uh, possibility. Now this is a runs. The runs cannot be negative. If this was a list of negative values, now what would you do? If this had been a negative marks, also no one gets negative. Okay, fine. Oh, negative marking is there right now. Yeah, I can give marks because of NEET and JE, right? So yeah, fine. So so minus 4, minus 3. If I take the maximum as 0 here, is minus 1, sorry, is minus, sorry, what was the condition? Maximum. Oh, sorry, not this case, not this case. Wait. The case changes. If the entire array was negative, like this, and I assume that maximum is 0. Okay. Now tell me, what I would take first. I will compare this one to this one. Is minus 1 greater than 0?
no,
Maximum, did the maximum get updated? No.
no,
Then is minus 3 greater than 0? No. Is
no,
minus 4 greater than 0? No. Is minus
no,
5 greater than 0? No. Is minus 1 greater than 0? No. Minus 4? No.
no,
So then the maximum will stay as 0, and in our final result, we will take maximum as the 0. But is maximum 0 is the answer? No, right?
no,
The answer was minus 5, but it did not get minus 5. Is this code working? Is this code efficient? Does this code work for everything?
no,
No, right? So what we assume for maximum as well as minimum is we will take as the zeroth index as the, we will just consider this one as the zeroth index as the maximum and the minimum. Now whatever the array may be, now whatever the list may be, there will either this will be the maximum or any other value than this one will be the maximum, right?
yeah,
Correct.
correct,
There is some probability that the first element is the maximum. Otherwise, there will be other element which will be maximum than this one, correct?
yeah,
Got it? Sorry, this is not minus 5, this was minus 1 is the answer.
Yeah,
Now,
minus
let
one is the
yeah, minus 1 is the answer. I was in okay. Now, let's try to understand this one. The same thing. 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 4, 5, 6. No, let's do the negative only. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 4, minus 5. If I consider maximum as the marks of 0, now I need to iterate over the entire list, right? So what I
yes,
will do for I in range, help me with the range. What do I need to write here? We learn this one, right?
yeah.
What should
So
be this?
this will be minus one.
Length of marks.
Yeah, I'm just trying him to. I'm just letting him to figure it out.
We are giving that range only, right?
Yeah, range, but right now, what is the range we have?
Okay, right now.
So let's suppose this one. It looks like 5 elements, right? So I can write 5. But if there was an indefinite number of length of arrays, how would I do that? So what did we learn in the beginning? If we want to take the entire thing as the array, what do we do? What
Length.
we do is len of marks, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Now what is the len of marks? 5,
Five.
correct? 5.
Yes.
If I do
Yes.
it 5, then what happens? Then that goes, what are the values that it takes? 1, 2, 3, 4, correct?
Yeah.
So now I takes the value of 0, 1, 2,
Two,
3,
three,
and 4.
and four.
4, right?
Yes.
Done. This much is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now what we are going to do is we have to compare. Now, if I have taken marks of 0, this is the maximum. Do I need to make the comparison of itself? Yeah, okay, fine. We'll not go that. Let's try to just say if marks of I is greater than maxi, what do I need to do? I need to become maximum equal to marks of I.
Yeah.
Did you understand this part or not?
Yes.
Did you understand this?
Yes.
What am I doing? I am saying for now, I have assigned the first element as the maximum element. Okay.
Yes.
Now I will iterate over the entire list in a way that I will check if other number is greater than this assigned maximum or not. If they are greater than the assigned maximum, then I will change the value. I will make the maximum as the I will make the that value as the marks as the maximum. Correct? What
Yes.
happens? Let's see. So minus 1 right now is the maximum, right?
Yeah.
Then at first minus 1 will check with minus 1 itself, right? Because I am checking from 0th index. So first it will become if marks of 0 is greater than maximum, which is what is the maximum? Minus 1. So
Minus one.
what is mark of 0? It is minus 1 itself. Is it true? No. So it does not need updation. Next I becomes 1. So what it becomes? If max of 1, what is max? Minus 1. What is max of 1? Max of 1 is minus 2. Is minus 2 greater
Minus
than
two.
minus 1? No. Similarly, everything will go, but maximum will not change in this case. And at the end, we will find our maximum to be minus 1.
Minus one.
You got the idea how to form, how
Yes.
to think. This much is clear,
Yes.
correct? Now try to. I have written the code. It's fine. I can just show you now. So what I have done here is same thing. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, runs is there. It is done simply. I have shown little bit the proper indexing and all those things. I could have just simply written like this. This explanation is also there at the end, but yeah, we can do this. You have learned it now, no problem. So what I have done is for x or x in runs. If I am doing x in runs, it is becoming easy. Now I have the entire array, entire list here. So
Yes.
I don't need to play it runs of I. I don't need to play the indexing part. Okay. I did the indexing part as of now. So what value it, but the main logic stays the same. You learn the indexing part, no problem. But the main logic stays the same. What is the main logic? The main logic is that you will take maximum as the runs or marks of zero. Okay. And then you will try to do it. So oh, minimum also runs of zero for x in runs if x is less than minimum. Then minimum equal to x. The same logic, right? For maximum, if x was greater than maximum,
Then
then
X is
maximum
good.
equal to x. If
Yes.
minimum, x is less than minimum, right? Now, for average, for average, do we need the sum of the elements or not? We need the sum of the elements, right?
Yes.
Now, how do I do continuous sum of a list? I need to whatever sum I get, I need to sum it up again with the next element, right? If I have 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, first I there will be one element, there will be one variable which I sum equal to 0. This variable I will add with this one 0, 0, 0, 0. Got it? Now this sum that I got, that sum again I have to add with the next element, right? Which is 1.
One.
Then that means 0 plus 1, right? Now
Hmm.
this sum I have to add with the next element which is 1 plus 2, right? What is the
Yes.
sum? 3.
Three.
Now this sum I have to add with the next element, right? What
Yeah.
is that? Which is 6.
Six.
Then that sum I have to add with the next element which is 10.
10.
Then that sum I have to add with the next element which is
15.
15. Now how do I write this? What I can do, I can iterate for x in runs. I can initiate one variable as sum equal to 0. Don't use sum equal to 0. You should not, because sum is an inherent, like it's like a keyword. What keyword it is mentioning? That if I directly use sum of the list also, na, what is the list name? Runs. It will directly give me the sum. So it's best to not, it's best to avoid this keyword, because this itself is a function name. So we'll just use double M. It's a best practice. Anyways, it will not show any error, but still, we should avoid. So what I was doing is sum plus equals to x. Does it make sense? What I wrote here,
Yes.
right? So now what happens is the same thing that I explained you here. This for loop is doing it. So first sum is 0, right? So what does this mean? This is saying sum equals to sum plus x, right? It's just a short form that we can just club them, plus and equal. So what is saying? So sum will become sum plus x. First is 0, then x was also 0. So 0 will enter. Then I will become 1. Sorry, x will become 1. So sum 1 plus this sum. Sum was 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now it's 1. Then next is sum plus, then x becomes 2. So 2 plus, what is the sum from previous? 3, 1. So
Three.
1 plus 1 is 3.
Hmm.
So now
Yeah.
sum is 3 and the next element is 3.
Three.
What it becomes? 6.
Six.
So that's the same thing that it becomes. So for sum plus equals to x is the main thing. Got it? And if I have to
Yes.
find the average, if I have to find the average, the sum
Divided by 11.
I can divide by ln of runs. Got it?
Yes.
So this I told you, right? So this is an inbuilt Python function sum. If I run it over the, if I just run the, just pass the list inside this sum function, it will directly give me the function. I don't need to do all this thing. Internally, it is using this kind of functions only, but you got the idea, right? What is happening? Int object is not callable. Runs. Oh, did I not run this? Oh, I might not have run this, or I have run. Harish, can you see what I'm missing here?
I'm also trying to find the above code block was perfect, right?
Yeah, they are working. There is some this thing that we are doing. Type. What is the type value that you work? Let's try to find it in.
I think no, it's like in the above block we have sum is equal to zero, right? So might be the naming conflict between the sum function and the variable sum.
Is it?
If you just like comment that section and then run, maybe it will work.
Okay, let me check. No. Uh, Okay, there is something happening here. We'll have to sort. We'll sort this out. No worries. It's fine. Wait. Sum equals to sum of runs and sum. Hmm, not callable. Something is happening here. We'll figure this out. No problem. We'll check. Okay. Next is this one. Okay. Find the output for this one. Little bit fast if you can.
Is there any section where we are still using the sum variable as an integer above somewhere?
See, even if we are using the sum variable, I don't think it, because that's an individual cell, right?
But I
But
think in the
we're
same
not using also. Actually, not using
we
it
can do
anyway.
control F.
Oh, yes.
It's taking that integer and it's telling that we can't
It's an
call it.
integer. It's an
Yeah,
integer type.
yeah. Below also you have to change.
Where is it again? No, right? This one only, right?
Uh, yeah.
What did I change the name to?
SUMM, I guess.
I have to run this cell now. Only then it will forget that. I think it's stored in its. This kind of debugging is also needed. It helps us understand about these things better. This one. अरे भाई, what is that online?
Still we have problem.
Yeah, still we have problem.
Can I go to that tab? Let us check.
Just check. Let me just check with the online in this thing.
Yeah, I think no issues with the like syntax you can say because sum is a function valid function, right?
No, if that's the case now, then we can definitely conclude that okay, that's the issue. Let me just get it. Yeah, yeah, there is some issue there. It's working as
No, I think same thing. Somewhere we are still missing that sum variable.
yeah, there is something. Let's not spend the time there because we have a few more questions. Let's try to complete those. Then we'll get back there. It's fine.
Yeah, in the end we can come back.
In the end we can come back. This is also interesting, right? Fine. At least we know that there is no, there isn't any other kind of issues. Okay.
This one should D, right? Apple is
Yes.
a foot, banana is
Yes. Yes. So how it works, you understood, I think. So this
yeah.
F works as a placeholder. So what it actually does is it takes the values, the variable values that we want to print under braces, and whatever their value is, it will just take it. So in that sense, if we have to understand in that sense, so what happens here? My list of 0 is apple, my list of 1 is banana, my list of oranges, my list of 1 is 2 is orange, right? So I will take len of list. What is len of list? 3. What is the 3? 0, 1, 2. So 3 values. So 0, 1, 2 means what? So print f my list of first 0. My list of 0 means apple. So apple is a fruit. One space. Then next is my list of one in one. That means banana. Banana comes here. Banana is a fruit. Then space. Then my list of two. Two is orange. Orange is a fruit. So now, now is the time for indexing. Actually, I explained them at the front. It's okay. It's fine. So what is the question? Calculate the sum of runs made by Rohit in a match with even index. Even index. Right now, they are not saying even day or even position, nothing like that. So till now, as per the flow that we understood, we iteration we did x in runs, right? If I do x in runs and I print the x, what shall I get? I shall just get the runs, correct? All the runs I will get. I don't get the index. Is it not? Is that correct?
Yes.
If I have to get the index, how would I get the index? Only if I iterate over the length of the array, length of the list. You got me? Is that clear? My x is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the length? Length is 5.
5.
If I iterate over the length of 5, correct, and I print it, print I, would I not get the indexes? Would that not give me the indexes? Let's try to look at it. For I in range len of x. What is x? X equals to 0. Sorry, not 0. 4, 3, 1, 5, 6. What is len of x? 6, 5, correct? 5, 5 means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
3,
correct?
4. Right.
Okay. So
Yes.
i's real value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I print I, is this not giving me the, is this not giving, if I print I, what is the value that I will get? 1, 2,
0, 1,
3,
2, 3,
4.
4. Yes.
Are these not the index of these values? 0 is the index of 4,
Yes.
1 is the index of 3, 2 is the index of 1, 43 is the index of 4, and 6 is the index of 4. Now I can map them, correct?
Hmm.
Now with this I can map them. So this is where all of our real indexing is going to happen. Got it?
Yes.
So whenever we have a list and we need to index it in our own fashion, custom, it's like a customization of the index. Till now we are just doing simple iteration. We are just doing for if I have to if I have to just if I have to just iterate over this and I just to get the values of for this one, what I was doing for x in, sorry, for I in x, like this I would have done, correct? Then I will do print I. What this would have been? First, I will take the value of, directly it will take the value of 4. It does not deal with the index, correct? It was just taking the value 4, 3, 1, 5, 6. That's it. But if we have to deal with the index, we have to iterate, we have to iterate over the range in len of that list. Okay. If I iterate over the list, the length of the list, then I will get its proper index. Okay. Once I have the index, I can play with them anyhow we want, right? If I simply want these values, I can just write print of x of I. So for each I, when I becomes 1, I will get 4, because x of 0 is 4. When I equals to 1, x of 1 is 3. When I equals to 2, x of 2 is 1. Right? I am getting like this. But now,
Yes.
even though it looks a little bit complex, this will help us in the even and odd index odd index values. Not only values, I need to find the sum of the even index matches. Got it? How would I get it? How would I get it? I have to find the sum. I will make it to 0. I will, for I in range len of runs, whatever the runs is, that many times it will iterate. Now what I will check? Now I will check if I modulo 2 equals to 0, then what I need? Then I need sum plus equals to runs of I. Is this making sense? Is this block making sense to you?
Okay, only the
Yes, tell
last
me.
part.
Last part, right? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So, what is the question given to us? I need the sum of runs made by Rohit in all the matches with even index. Okay. Index I got.
Yes.
All the index I got from this. Let's suppose I have 6. How many indexes I have? I have 7 indexes, right? So 0 to 6.
Yeah.
Indexes are 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the index. Okay. This is not the array. Array is this one. Okay. So
Hmm.
this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with,
Six.
for I in range len of runs, I got this index. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
because I have been given the assignment to find the sum of the runs made by within all the measures with even index, so I am filtering it here. If the index itself is getting divided by 2, only then I will add the sum. What does this mean? This means sum equals to sum plus runs of I. Now, initially sum was 0, correct? So what sum will become? 0 plus runs of I. First, I will take the value of 0, is it not? Correct? First, I will take the value of 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if it is 0, then the runs of I is what? 67. So 0 plus 67. So 67 gets added into the sum. Right?
Hmm.
Next
Yeah.
iteration, I becomes 1. Will this pass? Will
No.
this enter this? Will this enter this condition? No, because 1 does not get divided by 2. Next, I becomes 2.
Two.
2 means this one. 2 is, yes, correct. Then what
Yeah.
this will do? Sum plus. Sum is 67, right? Sum
Yeah.
plus runs
12.
of I. What is runs of I? Runs of 2. So which is 2 runs of 2? It's 12. So what is it? 79. Correct? Similarly,
Yes.
I equal to 3 will get ignored. I equal to 4 will get passed. Then 79 plus 89.
77.
79 plus, yeah, 77, right? Yeah, 77.
77. Yeah.
77. Then 89 will get crossed. That means I equal to 5 will get cancelled. Then I equal to 6 will get, then plus 101.
101.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Clear? Ekdam? No problem.
Yes. No problem.
So, what do you feel is better? Do I writing notes here is better, or you feel this one is better, writing on the screen?
Both is better actually.
Both is okay. So let's see. I have just explained it here properly. See, whatever I told, I have written it here also. So for x in runs, print x. X is not an index. X is an element. So what will be printed? only the runs will be printed, right? There is no index. So how to iterate over the indexes? 0, 1, 2, len of runs minus 1 are the real indexes, right? So actually it becomes 0 to len of run minus 1. So what I am doing, I am iterating over the range of len of runs. If I am doing from range of len of 1, so it becomes 0 to len of runs minus 1, which is actual range, correct? If there are seven, if there are seven data, then 0 to 6, which was our case, right? Because the maximum we went till runs of 6 only. Does it make sense?
Runs of 6 because it was even, that's why, right?
Yeah. Why I'm saying, see, I was trying to explain that why did we go till runs of len of runs minus 1? Why is this important? Why we did not go to len of runs? Because len of runs will go to the end of the till the entire length of the list, right? If you go to the end of the list, which is the 7, is run of 7 there? Does this exist?
No, no, it does not
No, right?
exist.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to explain it one more time. We want it to go
Okay.
till one step back, right? So that's why
Mhm.
we're going till one step back. Now that's what. Now if I'm running this print run of xi, at this moment, this will give me the index. So here first I am printing the index, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though what is the length? The length is 7. You can see 7 elements. But what is the max index it can go? 6. Index
6.
is
Yes.
6. Yeah, length is 7. That much is clear. Now I
Yes.
am now using this index, I am printing the elements. Now this gives us so much of access. This gives us so much of ease in accessing other elements, in accessing any kind of elements that we want. So it becomes very, very easy for us. So this is one type. Another thing is what we learned was we learned the jump statements, right? We learned the jump statements. So initial without any jump statement, we make one hop. After every point, we make one hop. If I'm doing range of 0 to len of runs, it's doing one hop by default, right? But if I do range of 0 to len of runs 2, then what happens? And I am doing print, not print, let's suppose sum only, sum plus equals to runs of I. What is the initial? Here there is no if condition, but nothing. It doesn't have to enter. Now, 0 for 0 will enter because 0 is index, 0 is an even index. So it will directly take the 0. 67 done. Then it will not even go to the 1. It will directly go to 2. So runs of 2, 12. Then that will not even go to 3, it will go to 77, then it will go to 101. So how this is more efficient, not much more, but yeah, it saves half the time. How half the time? Because the code will not even enter to check these conditions. It will not even enter. In that case, the code was entering the if condition, right? Whatever execution is been doing, it is doing or not. But this part, this if condition, it was anyway entering. It was doing the evaluation of true or false, correct? In the modulo, you got it right. This in this case, it was doing this verification, right? So doing means what? Some time is gone. Now, if I have 1 billion entries like this, and I do like this, even if it takes 1 microsecond or 1 millisecond, that means it becomes 1 billion milliseconds, right? But if I can half the time, like this, if I am doing the jump statements, I am reducing the time from 1 billion to 500 million, right? So half the time reduction is also a lot, correct? Same output. What is this one? Which option? Find out fast. No need to write. You can just figure it out by looking at it properly.
Just doubling every value. So option C.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, it's multiplying by 2. So every value multiplied by 2. So 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100.
Yeah. Because I starting from zero, going till len of my list, not going till, it's going to one step back. The same thing that we did using for, it is doing using y. So if you give equals to, less than equals to, it will not work because it will try to exceed one more step. And what is doing? Every element is getting multiplied to 2. So 10 becomes 20, 20 becomes 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, done, almost done. The last segment. Now, what we will be needing in much of the dynamic programming, well, everything, not everything, I will say, oh, yeah, almost everything will be dependent upon the user input, correct? However, the user tries to give the input, like that it will be happening. So list also we can take as an input from an user. How to take it? So what are the steps or the basic steps? So what will be? First, we'll get the number of elements that we want to enter in the list, that we will get. So this is the number of elements that you want to get. We're taking the input from the user. Next is we'll initialize an empty list. We'll just initialize an empty list. We create the empty list, any list we can know which can hold the elements entered by the user. So this is the total number of elements that we want, that the user wants in his list. Then he is initializing an empty list in which all the data, all the numbers that he want to enter are going to be stored, right? Then what we do? These are the number of elements you want to store, right? So the entire iteration will be on this, will be in this range, correct? Now, in this range, this is the range, this n was saying how many numbers you want in the array. Then inside this how many numbers, I have to take the input, what are the numbers that you want. Either is it 3, 2, 4, 5. This also we have to take the input from the user, right? How can we make it dynamic? Everything should be from user. So what I am doing, we're taking an input from the user for the elements also. So what we have done, I have said, please enter the I plus one element. Why did I write I plus one element? You try to understand. I will take the value from 0 to n minus 1. Correct? Did you understand why I wrote 0 to n minus 1? Did you understand this n minus 1, guys? Or is it not clear why I wrote n minus 1?
This is for our range only, right?
Yeah, range only. Yes, correct. So I took here n, but I wrote here n minus 1.
N
Do
minus
you
1.
understood? You understood this
Yes.
one, right?
Yes.
Now, I want the user to get the prompt so good that he understands. I want him to get, please enter the first element. Please enter the second element. Please enter the third element. How do I make this? So if I don't write, if I write 0, if I write here 1, what value I will take for the first iteration? It will take 0. So he will understand, please enter the 0 element. Does it make sense? The first element is always first, right? So what I do, I write I plus 1. So that for 0 it becomes 1. So other for 1 it becomes 2. Right now, so this is playing with the position. This is not playing with the index. But for position also to be played, we need the index only, right? So that's why I'm using I plus 1. It's just a simple extra thing that I thought I should include because this makes the program a little bit, it looks good for the user. So that's what I just added that. Now, in this input, I got the number 3. Okay, the user gave the number 3 to me. Now I have an empty list, right? I need to enter this 3 into this list. How should I do it? I will append that value into my list. Correct? Did you understand the flow? Why all these steps are being done? How the steps are being done? Any
Yes.
confusion?
No.
No, right? Okay. Thanks. So if I run this, I will take 5 elements. Then, oh, this input is no, no, no. Yeah, if I have to use this line, na, then I have to run it in a for loop. Oh, yeah, for loop is already there. Okay, let me just because why this is not working? Did you understand why this is not working? This input needs to store a single this element, this integer value, right? Now this input is getting typecasted into int. Now this int wants to typecast only an integer value, right? It cannot typecast this kind of values. If I had just given input, then no worries. But I am typecasting it. Typecasting is only wanting the integer values. There, if I whatever I give, this statement will always be there, right? This statement will always be there. So it will show us an error. So let me just modify it like this. Control X. How it should work. Enter the first one element. So 5, enter the 2 element. You understood why I wrote this I plus 1 like that? So my array is this one. I am printing, my list is this one. 5, 6, 1, 2, 7. If I'm printing it again, same thing. Now I am doing the square of these values. See, for x in my list, print x cross x, right? Now those pop thing that I told you, that pop I am using, and pop if I print, I can print it. My list, what is the 7, right? 7 is getting it's getting saved. Tell me, what would happen in this? What will happen in this? What output would I get?
It should throw an error.
Yeah, because x of 9 does not even exist. There is only 0, 1, 2, and 3. There is no 9, so it will give us an error. No index, list index out of range. This one we saw. What happens? It gets extended, right? The extended gives us the error, it gives us the output. But x and y are like that only. They will not get changed. And if I have to save it in other variable, that variable I can use. or if I do extend, but in extend the x gets extended. If you want to restore, if we want to preserve the x and y, we will store this into a different variable and we can use that. But if you don't care about the x, the initial list, then you can do the extend. Then the first list on which you are extending, that will get extended with the new values. Got it, guys? Clear? All done?
Yes.
All right. Next one, list 2 is little bit heavier because it has nested lists. So be prepared a little bit. What prepare? You have to be. You have to be. What can I say? You have to be more focused and little bit. Yeah, you understood what I'm trying to say, right? Just how you are these days, be like that. It's fine. Just try however you can. All right. Uh, any feedback, guys, for today? What do you feel?
Can we debug that issue?
Yeah, we'll debug. We'll debug that. Other than that, any feedback, guys? I'll not. I'll stop it. I think all good. All okay.
Yes, then.
Okay. As a part of. Okay. After changing this one also left. So okay, change this one. Let's check if there is any other sum. Oh, I have to run this also, right? It's getting saved. Any other sum? Any other sum? Now it should run. Array. What is happening? Harish, able to think? Any
Yeah, just
idea?
checking that only.
GPT बाबा से कुछ है? It ran right. It ran properly in the online compiler. There should not be any issue.
Can you just change variable name to like total is equal to sum of runs and then print total?
Ah, this one you're saying?
Yeah. And in the print also. Hmm. Can you just copy paste that code and run it somewhere else?
Yeah, I did that now.
Yeah.
Did you not see? It ran
Yeah, I just
successfully.
saw, but same code with same, but that will not affect, I guess, because the whole sheet will not be there, right? Just one block will be there, and it will run.
Okay, running, no issues.
The error is like
You can continue and I have to go. So I'm
Sure,
leaving.
sure, sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I'll
Thanks for
meet you
being
in
there.
next class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Bye. So what we find our issue as there were many sum variables. So we in our session we explicitly told that we should not it's advised that we should not use these keywords functions, right? These are like functional keyword function keywords. It's like actual functions, inbuilt functions, but we're using them as a variable. Now here in a lot of scenarios we were using them, be it here, where did that go? Just a few seconds ago I got one. This one was also sum. So I we had used in many places the actual keyword sum equals to zero. And how function works, it seems, is whenever we declare one variable, its lifetime is like till the end. So what happens was it was remembering that okay, that sum was initialized as zero, as it has been overwritten as an int. So here the real function that it needed to be done, it was not able to do. But when we were working here, we thought, okay, this is an online, so no worries. But when we when we opened one new collab, new fresh notebook, and here we ran, this ran successfully. So it means that the issue was hiding there. Ah, that's great. Thanks, Harish, for solving this together. Yeah, this is a learning lesson actually. We learned this. All right, guys. Bye. Thanks.